In today's upcoming video, we are taking a closer look at 6 games that look super cozy, super fun, and they happen to have zero farming. Let's jump straight into it. Hello, my name is Coco, welcome back to my channel, or welcome into my channel. It is so nice to see you here. I am a cozy flavored gamer over here on YouTube, and this week I've been trying out so many demos over on Steam's Next Fest. Honestly, a lot of the time Steam Next Fest comes up and I just don't have time to actually get involved and play any of the demos, and most of them disappear after that first week. This week, I honestly didn't think I was going to play any of them either. I actually checked out people's videos to see what was on offer, and none of the cozy demos actually seemed to appeal to me. At least not the ones that they spoke about, because actually I ended up scrolling through Steam myself and actually finding heaps of cozy looking games I really wanted to try, and today I've chosen 6 of the best ones I played to share with you and see if these are cozy games that you are interested in buying when they come out in the future. Since it's Steam Next Fest, all of these games will be available to play on Steam on PC, but if they're available on console, Apple Arcade, anything like that, I will also list that below, and I'll try to let you know if the demos are still available in the pinned comment down below. That is enough of an intro. I hope you've grabbed yourself a nice little cup of tea and taken some time out for yourself. Let's get into these 6 upcoming cozy games I reckon you need to know about. The first game I tried out is called Europa, and it looks very much Studio Ghibli inspired. It looks like it's all about exploring beautiful scenery and going on a really lovely adventure. Particularly this reminds me of Laputa Castle in the Sky. Gorgeous movie, and it looks like this is going to be a really gorgeous game. On the moon Europa, a lush, terraformed paradise in Jupiter's shadow, an android named Z sets out in search of answers. Run, glide, and fly across the landscape, solve mysteries in the ruins of a fallen utopia, and discover the story of the last human alive. Europa is a peaceful game of adventure, exploration, and meditation. As you travel, you'll gradually upgrade the capabilities of your jetpack, boosting yourself further through the air until you can flow freely into the sky. The movement in this game is very smooth, so freeing, and it actually reminds me of another game I'll mention later on this list. There were moments in the demo where it wasn't quite as smooth, it kind of choked a bit, but I really don't want to hold that against a game when it's a demo and when it also kind of might just be my laptop, which is too full of games. So I'm not going to turn that into a big negative. It may really just be a negative right now, but it is so rare that a demo is perfect. I am not going to hold that against it at all. I was still really happy with how it felt, and also the speed of traversing felt really, really good. That is something of a sticky point for me in games actually. If travel feels like it's too long, then I'm just not interested, and travel in this game felt really good. The demo was enough to introduce me to a few puzzles and told us about Z's maker and father figure who left to help build a better world on the floating island that we get teased with during the demo. There are cute critters roaming free and colossal stone giants sleeping in the ground. Your task is also to help build a better world, and I love that throughout your travels you have an upgradable jetpack, and I will be flying through the air as much as possible when this game comes out. Perhaps there are people to find on the moon of Europa, or perhaps they're up on the floating island, but from the game's description it very much sounds like we are gathering notes from our father and finding out what happened in the past, which means it seems like there are no humans now. From the perspective of fetch quests, I really am hoping there will be some humans around, even if they are scarce, even if there are just 3. I really hope that there is a way for us to get fetch quests because I love them so much. Europa is planned to release on Steam in 2024, and as far as I can tell, it's actually all made from this one-man band, a passion project from Helder Pinto, an environmental artist and world builder who has created a whole lot of maps for Overwatch and Overwatch 2. Fun fact for you right there, and let's get on to game number 2, one that I was really not expecting to love. As I was playing through the next demo, Mr. Duck came over to my screen and said, that looks a lot like The Settlers. Well, Mr. Duck, it turns out you're right, because this stunning new city builder is from the original Settlers designer Volker Wertich. Having never played The Settlers, I can only really compare this to Age of Empires, and I was very much hooked on that game as a child, and I can see myself heading very much down that same path when Pioneers of Pagonia releases in early access on the 13th of December. The build-up strategy game Pioneers of Pagonia is all about exploration, discovery, and reuniting the fantastical lands of Pagonia. In a world of countless islands populated with scattered villages, you travel and lead your people as a visionary to forge alliances with the inhabitants. Enjoy the fantastical and inviting world of Pagonia, where your carefully considered decisions cause thousands of bustling inhabitants to satisfy your orders. Every transport of goods, manufacturing process, and discovery your people make is comprehensible and presented with lovely animations in this ultimate game world simulation. That last part, lovely, is exactly what I would say to describe this game. The art style, lovely. The animations, so lovely. The music, It's just so lovely. I could listen to that soundtrack all day. On top of this, I really liked having a checklist of things to build, I liked planning out how my town was going to look, and I loved watching all the people just going about their lives. The one thing that really irked me was not being able to rotate the buildings, and part of me thinks that maybe you can and I just didn't check how the controls work. When things get more strategic, perhaps it will feel less laid back and cozy, but with such a brilliant and bright world, I just love it and I really want to see what happens. Pioneers of Pagonia is releasing in early access on December 13th, and there is also a roadmap planned for what's to come. Immediately at launch, there are going to be enemies and enemy camps as well as neutral factions. For any long-term fans of build-up strategy games, I think it is awesome that a map creator will be available to you to customize terrain and difficulty settings. Plus, in the following updates, there is a whole host of extra buildings and objectives, and even co-op is planned to be added. This next game looks super cozy about 75% of the time and just looks like a really fun adventure. The level design is just fantastic. Everything about it looks like a really cozy, really fun time. But then you realize this game is a Souls-like and Another Crab's Treasure just knocks it up a whole other notch. Another Crab's Treasure is a Souls-like adventure set in a crumbling underwater world. As Krill the Hermit Crab, you'll need to wear the trash around you as shells to withstand attacks from enemies many times your size. Embark on the epic treasure hunt to buy back your repossessed shell and discover the dark secrets behind the polluted ocean. In this undersea society, trash is not only a way of life but a valuable resource, used from everything from fashion to firearms. But with the presence of trash comes a mysterious infection known as the gunk, which could spell doom for the entire ocean. I loved so much about this game. The fact that microplastics are the currency, brilliant. The way your little crab character moves his little legs to get extra airtime when you jump, so gosh dang cute. The fact that you can use bottle caps and cans and party hats as shells? Take my money. Just take all of my money. This game is absolutely splendid, and then it kind of gets hard. And maybe it isn't that hard, but I found it hard. I was actually rejoicing when one of the enemy crabs just bumped itself off the edge because I was dying so much, and the end of demo boss, oh my goodness, it absolutely wiped the floor with my hard, crabby shell. And it was numerous times because I was still having the absolute best time. I love that in such a funky game you have something brilliantly made with enemies that actually require blocking and dodging and skill, things that I don't usually face that often in my usual selection of games. I loved that you had to find old drinks cans to use as shields on your journey, and each makeshift shell also had special abilities and defense points, and it all relates back to their title, Another Crab's Treasure. This game is developed and published by Aggro Crab, whose debut game was Going Under, a satirical dungeon crawler about exploring the cursed ruins of failed tech startups. This game now has thousands of positive reviews over on Steam, meaning they are already very experienced at taking a well-loved video game genre and putting their signature satirical spin on it. I am so thrilled for this game despite getting my ass absolutely handed to me, and I'm really excited to say this game is coming to Steam and the Nintendo Switch sometime in 2024. Before playing this next demo, it was definitely the one I was most excited about playing. I figured it would be my favorite on this list. And I was right. This game blew me away. I am so excited to talk about American Arcadia. If a game says retro-futuristic cinematic puzzle game, just know I'm there, just know I'm down. I am happy just to be here and so delighted by this demo. Tune in to American Arcadia, the most popular reality TV show on the planet. In this retro-futuristic 70s metropolis, all citizens enjoy a life of luxury and comfort and are completely unaware that they're being broadcast 24/7. This feels to me a lot like The Truman Show, but a much more sinister version because people can actually be voted off the show, and when they are voted off the show, they get killed. American Arcadia is a cinematic puzzle game that combines a 2.5D platformer and a first-person game to tell the tale of a thrilling escape. Experience the extraordinary story of Trevor, an average man escaping from the world's most popular reality TV show in 2.5D, and control stage technician Angela behind the scenes in first person, helping him escape from the inside. I thoroughly enjoyed everything about this game. The puzzles were great, the dialogue was fantastic and witty, and the game design is by far my favorite thing. There is just something about playing as a chap with a mustache and flares that just feels right to me. This was the shortest demo I played and also the one with the most clear-cut story, but they included the exact right amount to get a taste of the game without giving away too many twists and secrets. There is even a secret message hidden inside the description on Steam, and I am so excited for this one to release really soon on November 15th. The next game on my list is one I expect you may have actually heard of, and I was actually really unsure about this one going in. But after playing for a bit and it absolutely boggling my brain in the most delightful of ways, it absolutely deserves to be on this list today, and I really do want to tell you about it. This is a gorgeous puzzle game called Paper Trail that follows a girl called Paige as she uses her special ability to fold over scenes in order to solve puzzles and move from one scene to the next. From deep dark caves that have been untouched for years to the tallest treetops buffeted by rain, explore a variety of handcrafted environments as Paige makes her journey to university, taking in the sights and wonders as she goes. Traveling through the folds will introduce Paige to a unique cast of characters who tell their stories and enlighten Paige about the wider world. I didn't really get the folding mechanic at first. It felt like I was just randomly folding over bits of the page hoping that I got it right, but soon the game introduced me to the fact that I could actually see the back of the page, and that made everything more or less click for me. I still got stumped more than a few times, but I actually had a goal and an inkling of how to get there. Some of the backs also had stars on them, which were extra achievements, which I always love in video games. I love that the art style in this game has inspiration from flat aesthetic styles like printmaking and watercolor, and combines them in a vibrant world that is so perfect for the paper theme. More than this, as tricky as I found it, I love that the puzzle theme is actually so simple and yet can be so tricky. I can see myself curling up on the sofa with this one, cup of tea in hand, going on my merry adventure with Paige, swearing occasionally, but more or less having a really delightful time exploring her world. Paper Trail so far just has a release date of 2024, but it will be available across Steam, all consoles, and I believe it's coming to mobile as well. This last game, I'll actually be surprised if you haven't heard of it. I had heard of it, but I hadn't played it before, and I was surprised to find out actually that it wasn't on PC already. But Sky Children of Light is officially coming to PC, and there is now a demo live on Steam. Sky Children of the Light is a peaceful, award-winning MMO designed to help players meaningfully connect with one another. You are a child of the light with a magical cape, and you set out into a wide world to find others like yourself. All are welcome in this cozy, open-world adventure above the clouds. If you played Journey, you'll be right at home here, as Sky is from the same developer and made with so much heart. Within Sky, there is an epic story to discover of restoring light to a falling kingdom. You embark on a quest to save spirits in each constellation, which means exploring 7 dreamlike realms and unraveling the mysteries of the stars. While on your journey, as this is an MMO, you'll see other players like yourself too. You can connect with them by lighting candles together, and you can also give or receive help from other players. It is so lovely and so cozy to me that people just enjoy revisiting and gliding around this game and giving help to other players when they get stuck or lost. There isn't any dialogue, but on your journey you learn different gestures which help you to communicate, and more excitingly to me, you can also increase your flight abilities, which is the most beautiful part of playing. As it is on mobile and Nintendo Switch, Sky Children of the Light will be free to play when it fully releases on PC. Sun is on my face, okay. Ooh. While it is cross-platform multiplayer, I'm not sure if you can take your pre-existing character and move it across to PC, or if you have to start completely from scratch here. If anyone does know the answer to this, please do pop it in the comments below. I would really like to know the answer to that one. Another huge pull to me to play Sky Children of the Light is because there are actually a few live events that happen every year. I think they're called special events or holiday events. These happen a few times a year, and they either correspond with a similar event in our calendar, such as Days of Love happening in February, or there were concerts that sounded so brilliant that collaborated with a vocalist called Aurora that were held to celebrate Sky attending Gamescom. The fact you could tune in live with players across the world and experience a concert seemed brilliant to me, and the fact that the concert was repeated so that people in all different time zones could experience this, definitely good for me, as in Australia not a lot of things happen within my time zone, and I am just really excited that I might get to experience something live with thousands of other people and not actually have to go outside and be around thousands of other people. Those two things combined, so brilliant. And that is it for my reviews of the demos I played during this October's Steam Next Fest. I had so much fun playing all of these, and I really love that I get to tell you about them, review them so that you know what games you might be interested in picking up when they come out, if it's 2024 or if it's even this year. My two standouts were definitely Pioneers of Pagonia and American Arcadia, and excitingly those two still come out this year, November and December. I really hope you enjoyed my picks today. Please do comment down below what your favorites are, or if you played any demos demos yourself, I would love to hear your reviews of them. If you liked this video, you know what to do, and subscribe if you would like more cozy gaming news, reviews, and recommendations. A huge thank you to my channel members. Your support means the absolute world to me. I will leave another cozy video for you right here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!